Hello everybody, welcome to the Bronies UK YouTube channel. It is me, one of your hosts here, John or Nolsey. Welcome to 2021, Happy New Year to one and all. Hope you all had a lovely Christmas and all festive celebrations, even though unfortunately this year we can't really do much and not many of us could do anything really over the festive break and festive time. I didn't really do much. I just basically chilled out with my dad and his girlfriend. All three of us just basically had Christmas on our own. Same thing on New Year's Day as well, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. So, as we come into 2021, there is supposed to be another theatrical My Little Pony movie coming out. And I wanted to just make this video because I haven't discussed or spoken much about this for a while. I've been searching the internet for any brand new information and there is still very little information on this movie. All we have is a release date and when it was originally announced. So when it was originally announced, we have a release date and roughly a release date and a rough idea of what the movie could be. So yeah, this was announced right back in 2019, back in February of 2019, as of when this information went up on Equestria Daily. And it was announced and it was released and announced at New York Toy Fair back in 2019. When this news broke, of course, many people were speculating, ooh, are we going to get a sequel to the one that came out, I believe, was 2018, I believe? Maybe? I can't quite remember. But anyway, so is it going to be a sequel to the film that we've already had? Is it going to be that, or is it going to somehow be a new thing, its own thing, or is it going to introduce Gen 5? Because obviously when this movie was announced, there was first announced back at New York Toy Fair in 2019, we didn't really know what the future was going to be. Like, we didn't have a definite idea of what the future would be for Friendship is Magic. As for what we knew at that point in time, there was going to be up to season 9, obviously, and obviously Equestria Girls, there was still a lot of development around Equestria Girls and all that. So we didn't really have a definite idea of when Friendship is Magic would end. Of course, we finally got that information a little bit later on, and obviously season 9 was the finale of the TV series. But then, of course, we got a season 10 in comic book form, which I think started last year. Coming to 2021, according to Google, we are supposed to be getting this movie around about September to October time of 2021. So we don't know whether it's going to be around about fall. From what I can gather from Equestria Daily, what was announced, it's looking like it could be a fall release date, or around about September to October. I'm a little bit concerned by the lack of information from Hasbro on this movie because I understand we are in an issue at the moment. All of last year, 2020, a lot of projects were shelved. A lot of production ended up being postponed and then picked up again later on when people could go back and film things again. A lot of movies were postponed, a lot of movie release dates and everything of that nature, and a lot of projects ended up getting disturbed along the way. From what I can gather is, with the My Little Pony movie that's coming out hopefully this year, if it is still coming out this year, we don't know. There's been no confirmation whether it's been canned, whether it's still going forward. All we know is there's a release date for this year, and there's been no more information. We've not had a trailer. We've not had any more any sort of a plot idea. All we've got to go on is that it's looking like it could be setting up Gen 5. That was the latest acknowledgement, which was back of last year, 2020, back in around really early 2020, last year now, and so that was the latest information, was that it's getting a worldwide release. That was the latest bit of information that I can currently find as of last year. So basically, as of last year, it's going to get a worldwide release, theatrical release. That's still an issue because theatres, cinemas can't open at the moment, so that's going to cause an issue, whether it could end up being something that ends up going up on a streaming service, or whether hopefully by time later on in 2021, we hope things can start to reopen again later in the year, and hopefully it can see a release date in cinemas. Let's just really hope that that can happen. So yeah, it's still an issue, and I just want to make this video just to kind of ask and get a bit of conversation going, because I know that certain Brony YouTubers and Pegasus the YouTubers, what have you, people in the fan base have been making videos talking about the movie. Also, there's been there was a little bit of information last year as well that apparently a fan artist apparently got to work on the My Little Pony movie, I believe. So there was a video that I did that was in response to DrWolf, which was going a few months back now. And I remember that was the last bit of information I found out through DrWolf, was that there was a fan artist who is, I've forgotten the name of this artist at this moment in time. When I find it out, I will add it during editing this video, so it'll be around the screen somewhere. But so yeah, so this artist is really well known, very talented, and was invited to work alongside the artists, the other main artists, and that were working on the movie. And we kind of got an idea of what kind of art, the art style of this specific fan artist that is apparently working alongside everybody else. And the art style was very 3D-esque, hyper-realistic looking animation. So it looked like realistic and very 3D-esque, the way that it was drawn. It kind of gave us a little idea of where the direction of the animation could be, because the only bit of information that we got, roughly, was that it's looking like it could be a 3D animated movie. So something like, possibly like Pixar, where it's going to be not like the film we've already had that came out about 3 years ago now. It's not going to be like that film, which was a mixture of tradigital and digital with a touch-up of CG. It had like a mixture of all sorts in there, but it looked really beautiful, and the animation was sublime on that movie that we've had already. So this movie, it was mentioned that it's looking to be a 3D animated movie, and then we got roughly a bit of an idea of what the animation could look like with this fan artist, and that is literally the only bit of information we've seen in about 2 years of the involvement of working on this movie. But that's it. There's been nothing else from Hasbro, as I can find, on the film. So obviously it must still be going forward, because obviously people have been working on it, animation side. There's been no idea of like casting, who was voicing these characters, who are these characters. I know it's a little bit early for us to get a bit of a trailer yet, because obviously we're looking at September to October time, roughly that point of this year, if this film does get a release. So it's interesting of when about we could possibly get some sort of a teaser trailer, possibly within the next 2 or 3 months. But we're just going to have to keep our eyes open. I'm hoping we'll start getting a bit more information from Equestria Daily and or from Hasbro themselves on this movie, because it is a massive movie for them. It's a massive project. My Little Pony is one of their biggest franchises next to Transformers, next to G.I. Joe, next to everything else that they are currently still producing, comic books for, and action figures for, toys and so on. So My Little Pony is like their biggest thing next to Transformers and G.I. Joe and everything that they are responsible for. And so it's kind of like, where's the information? And I'm interested to find out a little bit more on the world, the characters, what actors are voicing these characters, whether we're going to see any Gen 4 characters or whether it's going to be a whole new clean slate and a whole new range of characters. That's the video, because all we've really seen, on a closing note, all we've seen to have got for this movie is, obviously it got announced back in 2019. So it got announced in 2019 at New York Toy Fair. Then we got like a rough plot of, well, not a plot, but a rough idea that it's looking like it could be setting up Generation 5. Possibly like setting up the next continuation of the My Little Pony franchise. And then obviously we then got a release date which is looking around about, like I've said, September to October. Then we got news through, thanks to like DrWolf and other YouTubers that spoke about a fan artist being invited to work on the movie for the art side of it. And then obviously we're going to get a worldwide movie release. So the movie's going to get a worldwide release within the UK and all over Europe and America and Canada. So that's all the information that I can currently find and remember off the top of my head. So if anyone else has any more information to contribute to this video and I've not mentioned it, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. It's a film that I'm really looking forward to and interested in. Whether we're going to see some returning characters that might not be might be more secondary. We do know as well that Tara Strong apparently isn't going to be voicing Twilight in the new movie or in Gen 5. So we know that Twilight isn't going to. Tara Strong is not going to be voicing Twilight. So what's that all about as well? So is Twilight getting recast? Is someone else going to be voicing Twilight, or is Twilight not a part of Gen 5 or the new movie? We don't know. So there are little bits of information that I can recall. But anyways, that's the video. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the support on the channel. Happy New Year to you all. I really hope 2021 is a much better year for all of you. Thank you again for the support on the channel, and I'll be back very soon, and hopefully my co-host Sam will be back with his videos as well. Thank you. See you soon.